Hi there, you guys. Good morning. I am so glad to be here with you this morning, um, sharing some ways to move from procrastination into action taking, and it all starts with an energy shift. So I just heard something just moments ago that just clicked and helped me so much with my idea for what to get into during this um, Monday motivation episode. And it was this one line: we do things because we feel like it, right? 90% of the time, we do things because we feel like it. We feel like having something in particular for dinner. We feel like calling our friend. We feel like doing all of the things that we do. Now, some things we may do because we feel like we have to, like going to work or taking care of our children some days. But for the most part, in all of the hours per day where we have a choice, we are basing a lot of what we do and take action on based on how we feel in the moment, right? So we all have 24 hours in a day. If you take away 8 hours for working, 8 hours for sleeping, 3 hours for general, taking care of ourselves and things that we have to do to just go from day to day, like eating, cleaning, getting ready, those things. We all have 4 to 5 hours per day with pretty much choice of what we're doing at that time. And so we can often feel like we don't have a lot of time to do the things that we want to do. But 4 to 5 hours a day, 7 days a week, I mean, that's 35 hours a week. That's another full work week of time where you do have a choice. And what we do during that time is what we feel like, right? What we feel like in that moment. Yesterday, I felt like binge watching a show on Netflix. But during that, but I also had kind of a little um aha moment during that. I was like, okay, yeah, I want to finish watching this series. I'm into it. I was tired. We had an out of town trip this weekend and I was tired. So yeah, I did want to do that, but I also thought, it's Sunday, what's gonna set me up for having a good week this week? What is going to shift my energy a little bit here, so that I can finish what I feel like doing, but also feel like, hey, I didn't waste my day, right? So I did end up doing some decluttering. I thought if I just declutter a few things and then work on my plan for the week, that is going to get me ahead of the game for the week. So I did like snap myself out of that kind of procrastination, lazy, could just lay around all day long mode, um, after being in the car for several hours and just having, I was tired. So we do things because we feel like it, but guess what? We create our feelings. So anytime we're procrastinating and not feeling like doing the things that we actually want to do, that we say we want to do, that we would like to have accomplished, it's because of some feelings that we've created in ourselves. So I've got some great ways for you to just quickly shift the way you feel, and that will shift you out of procrastination and into taking action. And I always, always, always say that the little things are the big things. So we can talk ourselves out of taking action because we only have 10 minutes or we only have 30 minutes, but it is amazing what you can do and accomplish if you use your 10 minutes and your 20 minutes and your 30 minutes to leverage that time and to, you know, get ahead and to learn and to grow. So if you're on live this morning, please say hi. Please let me know where you're from. Please let me know if you also, have your times when you're procrastinating. Just check in and say hi. So the first one is, probably you probably know all of these, but knowing something and doing something are quite different things. And doing them when you need to do them the most is also the hardest thing. It's like, how do you flip that switch and snap from feeling tired, procrastinating, that energy, and flip into, yes, I'm just going to go ahead and take action here. So that's what we're going to talk about. So focus on your goals, right? If you have your goals written down, which you should, look at them, read through them, and figure out ways to have your goals in front of you all the time, right? So this could be little sticky notes, it could be an anchor, it could be you buy a special ring or something that represents one of your big goals. It could be that you change your um, background on your phone. Here's one of mine. I don't know if you can see the beach house and the blue water back there, but just always keeping your goals top of mind. But focus on your goals with gratitude that, you know what, I get to work toward these goals. I am so grateful that I'm in a place in my life where I can set goals. So many people are just surviving from day to day, but we have all these tools. We have um, the internet. We can set goals. We can go to the library and check out books and learn so much. So, whatever the goals are that you've set for yourself, you know, tap back into those and do that with the gratitude that you are a person who can set goals and who does have goals. So anytime we focus on our goals, that's going to just raise our vibe just a little bit, and that is the key to flipping the switch from procrastination to motivation to action taking, is raising your vibe. Gratitude is one of the highest level vibrations that we can be at. So anytime we can just find something to be grateful for, we're going to raise our vibes just a little bit. And then we're going to automatically shift our energy. So the next one is just a follow on of that, but put good stuff in, right? So and maybe you're washing the dishes or just catching up on some chores. Play an audiobook, watch a video, listen to a podcast or something that is going to motivate you. If you're driving in your car because you've got to run errands all afternoon, listen to something that's going to motivate you. And that will help to shift your energy so much because it's who you're around, right? We all have whoever we're around, we tend to be like chameleons. When we're with friends that, are eating and drinking a lot, we kind of join in. When we're with friends that are working out and exercising, well, we're there with those friends. We're going to work out and exercise too. And we can have the smartest people on earth as our friends by listening to audiobooks, by reading their books, by listening to their courses and programs. I have an app on my phone. It's $5 a month. It's the Hay House app. I mean, I have some of my biggest mentors, and I could take unlimited classes and be unlimitedly inspired. So to find the people that you love that help you to flip your switch. And I have different people for different vibes. When I'm really upset, like maybe I had a big fight with my husband or my daughter or something, and I'm just really feeling upset. That's when I'm like, okay, I need Dr. Wayne Dyer. He's like my dad. So I want to hear all his good advice. But then there's other people for other times when I need a different kind of motivation or a different kind of energy, or I just want to learn something new. So let's see. Julie says, love Hay House. Yeah, I mean, what a huge value. They're always putting new stuff on there. So I've got my Hay House app. I actually traded that for Audible, which is $15 a month, because I'm like, all the books I want to buy are pretty much on Hay House anyway. And then there's all the free resources, YouTube. I mean, you can find audiobooks on YouTube. You can find so many, I mean, just thousands and thousands of videos of people who are a few steps ahead of you on their journey that you can learn from at any time. So that will definitely help shift your energy because now you're hanging out virtually, but you're hanging out with somebody who's helping you to shift your energy. Um, so read, watch, listen, even 5 minutes sometimes can be enough to flip that switch. I'll go. So, which brings me to my next one, which is movement. Anytime you can move physically, you're going to shift energy. We have five bodies. We have our physical body, our emotional body, our mental, our spiritual, and our energetic. So we have five levels, and each one affects the other one. So moving our physical body is going to affect how we feel emotionally. It's going to affect our mental acuity. As soon as I go for a walk or start moving my body, if I felt stuck, often I'll get a great idea, or I'll just, when I get back, be able to problem solve better. So anytime you can just put yourself into motion. Another way I absolutely love to put myself into motion is doing stuff around my house because I truly believe that your environment has a huge effect on how you feel, on your energy levels. If you wake up in the morning and you walk out of your bedroom and into a kitchen with dishes piled up everywhere and big messes everywhere, you're automatically going to be like, "Oh, I feel exhausted just thinking about cleaning all of this up." But when everything is kind of peaceful and nice and how it should be, your mental energy can go toward the things that you really want to accomplish in life. So that is just, how that works. When we have less things, our house automatically just stays cleaner and nicer. And so another way to just shift that energy is to do some decluttering, do some organizing, like clean your desk, get that organized. It's going to help to organize your mind and your thoughts. So that's always another go-to of mine. And that's one I did yesterday when I was feeling so tired and so lazy, but I knew I didn't want to finish out my day having accomplished nothing. So I decluttered all under my bathroom cabinet and my nightstand. So it was just two little things. But then I grabbed a notebook and I just brain dumped all of my projects and things that I am taking care of this week, that I get to take care of this week, and I get to do like this live stream right here for you. So I just did a good brain dump and kind of organized, what I wanted to give to my team members this week and things like that. So it was just, that decluttering helped me to shift the energy into, okay, you know what? I'm going to get my notebook out. I'm going to spend 20, 30 minutes organizing the week. And then I was like, then I can really enjoy watching this show, knowing that my week is planned out, right? So any kind of physical movement, and just doing one thing. So this is another great energy shifter is, okay, one of the reasons we get stuck and we procrastinate is overwhelm. So the more things that we feel like we need to do and that we have on our plate, the more we procrastinate. We just kind of, can go in circles. We don't know where to start. We don't know what to do first. And so that's where my go-to is, I love to do the brain dump. You don't have to do the brain dump, but just think, okay, well, I'm overwhelmed because I have so many things to do. What can I take care of? What can I get off my list in the next 10 minutes? And just do that one thing. Don't think about the next 20 things, 30 things, the paper you have to write, the planner you have to create, whatever it is that you're working on for your projects, all the follow-up calls you have to do, the email newsletter you have to send. Like, just do one thing on your list. And often once that one thing is done, your energy has shifted and you're like, okay, I'll do one more thing. And then I'll do one more thing. And that's how anything and everything gets accomplished, right? just one step at a time, one bite at a time. So, so pick one thing and do that. That's what I did yesterday. I was like, well, I'm just going to clean out these cabinets. I was like, I'm just going to clean out under my sink. Well, after I cleaned out under my sink, I felt like doing my nightstand. So I did my whole nightstand. And then I was like, okay, well, now I am perked up. My energy shifted. I'm just going to go ahead and work on planning my week so I can be a little bit ahead when I start Monday morning. So, the next one is create habits. Anything that you can create a habit out of is going to get done without so much arguing from your own mind, right? Like if you always go straight, outside and go for a walk when you wake up in the morning, when you can make something routine and a habit, you're not going to get in this, should I do it today? When should I do it? Should I do it at all? All of those arguments are going to be gone if something's just a daily habit. And that's why, even though it's supposedly unhealthy or something to work 7 days a week, I have things that I do almost 7 days a week because I would rather just be in the habit of doing my mindset work every day, be in the habit of writing something every day. And habits can, maybe some days you work out for 10 minutes and some days you work out for an hour, but as long as you keep that habit going, there's never that option of, am I going to do it? Is today the right day to do it? So anything you can create a habit of. So I would just make a full list of what are the things that I would like to do every single day. And then figure out how you can fit those into a daily routine and a daily habit. Now, that is something that we really work on in the monthly challenge club. So that is, doing something for a month to create the habit. So maybe it's doing yoga every day, or maybe it's journaling every day, or maybe it's reading every day, or anything at all that you want to create a daily habit of. A fun and effective way of doing that is to challenge yourself. Like, let's do this for 30 days and then see where we're at with it. And once it's a challenge, that kind of, it's like, okay, I'm not committing to doing it forever. I'm committing to doing it for 30 days to see how it goes, to see if it works for me. And so that, to me, it kind of bypasses that part of your brain that says, this is too hard. I can't do this every single day. I don't have time. Well, it's only for 30 days. And most of us could add something extra for 30 days. By the end of that 30 days, we realize, oh, that wasn't so bad. I can keep this. I'm going to keep this habit. And we can also experiment and figure out, is this really something I want to do every single day? Maybe, maybe not. It's fun to experiment with yourself and to do these things. At least I think it's fun. Maybe I'm a big nerd. I probably am, but I think it's super fun. So the final one is to remove obstacles. What is getting in your way? You're procrastinating probably because of overwhelm. Why are you overwhelmed? What obstacles can you remove? And so sometimes you can start by just plain flat out removing obstacles. I don't know exactly what the obstacle is, but I'm going to remove everything physically in my environment that isn't still resonating with me, that isn't about who I want to be and where I want to go. And so you can just start removing obstacles. So that's something that we're working on in the decluttering deep dive, which is my full whole house decluttering course. We're just decluttering. We're decluttering everything. But along the way, we're also removing obstacles. Again, because physically decluttering our environments affects those other areas of ourselves, getting rid of clutter from hobbies we thought we were going to do, but we never ended up doing. Maybe we bought a bunch of arts and craft supplies and we just never got around to using them, and now they're in a closet stash somewhere. Well, letting those go it's like giving ourselves permission to actually be the person that we are and not hang on to this idea of who we should be. And then once we do that, you know, that that energy shift of giving ourselves permission to be who we are is going to help us to not procrastinate, to take action on, you know what? I'm not that person, but I am this person, and these are the things that I want to do. And a lot of times, that kind of clutter in our lives is from a place of really, really good intentions. Maybe I want to be that fun mom who does crafts with my kids, but when it comes down to it, it's just not me. But I can give myself permission to be the mom who likes to take my kids places and have fun days in a different way. Like there's hundreds of ways to be a great mom and have fun with your kids. So admitting that you're not crafty and you're not that kind of mom just gives you permission to be more of who you are, which is completely and totally going to raise your vibration and raise your energy level. So this is all just about removing any kind of obstacle. So what other obstacles? We may have belief systems that we need to look at and and think about and say, is that a belief? Where did that belief come from? And do I want to keep it or not? And that's something else that decluttering helps with. Again, if we're hanging on to things just in case, or because money doesn't grow on trees, or um, because somebody gave it to us, we can really study our belief systems around those things. So I'm going to quickly put in a link to my um, decluttering deep dive course because it is starting live today. We're doing a live round. So this is a home study course. It's 6 weeks and you can take it at any time. However, right now I have a special price and I'm doing a 6-week live round, which means we'll have some really fun um, check-ins, Q&As, accountability Facebook group. Hang on, I can't spell and talk. So check that out. Let me know if you have any questions on that. But then figuring out, what other obstacles are between me and where I want to go, what I want to do. One thing I hear so much is time. I don't have enough time. Well, guess what? That's again something you can declutter. Where is your time going? Are you using your time in the best way for you? We hang on to patterns and habits and ways of doing things that might not necessarily still be what we need to do. I realized a couple years ago, I was doing things that I had been doing from a totally different time in my life when I was staying at home with my son, when I did drive past the bank on a regular basis. And, so I had all these errands and things that were on my to do list that now that we moved and I had a completely different lifestyle, didn't need to be on my to do list. Children get older and maybe we're still, spending a lot of time doing their laundry or cooking 7 nights a week when other people could step up and take on some of those responsibilities, and we can declutter our schedules and get some of our time back and just look at things completely in a new way. That's something I absolutely love to do. Is get rid of the idea that there are rules for how things have to be and how we have to do them. A lot of this stuff is, really ingrained deeply in our society through, just gender roles and what is the proper and good way to do things. I was actually doing an interview with somebody the other day, and I mentioned the schedule declutter and spending less time on cooking. And this guy, he was so sweet. He said, yeah, I realized how much time my wife was spending in the kitchen So they changed to getting all the groceries on the weekend, shopping together, and meal prepping together for the whole week so that nobody has to be in the kitchen, every night doing so much. So there's just so many creative solutions. And I want to invite you to grab my free ebook on decluttering your schedule, where you can do a time audit. I had so many aha moments when I was doing a time audit of where my time was going. When you add this stuff up and you realize I've spent 7 24-hour days of my life running to the bank, or each year I spend an entire month of work days walking around the grocery store, and I'm wondering why I don't have time and energy to do the things that are most important to me. Everybody's situation is going to be different, but I love sharing this free ebook. It's called Declutter Your Schedule so you can live your dream life. And um and in that book, I invite you to do your own time audit and really just figure out where your time is going, and are there obstacles that you can remove, and ways that you can find more time? So, because yeah, we do get tired. And when we are tired, we are more likely to procrastinate. But when we have help and support and a supportive environment to live in, and surround ourselves with the right people, even if they're not people that we'll ever meet in person, but the right people and the right messages. Um, and we focus on our goals, and we are firmly planted in gratitude, which is an incredibly abundant feeling, then we are so much less likely to be procrastinating. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you try. Let me know how you shift your energy from procrastination and into action taking. And check out my links of the different ways that we can work together. I have my monthly challenge club, business mastermind, ebooks, and home study programs. So there's a lot of different ways we can work together, including one-on-one coaching, which I'm actually full at this moment, but I don't know. You may be watching this video months or years later. So check my website and see what I currently have available for coaching. If you're interested in that, you can always message me. You can always email me, gail@elevatewithgail.com. And I will see you guys later. Bye.